Hey everyone, and welcome back to Art with Sienna and Olivia. I'm Sienna, and today we're going to be drawing a couple of beautiful koi fish swimming in a pond with water lilies. So, grab your Apple Pencil, open up your Procreate app, and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is be making a new canvas by tapping the little plus right here and going to screen size. Now we're going to be starting with our background, and to do that I want to get a nice blue color. So we have a color palette right here, it's in the description below if you want to get the exact color that I'm using. So let's first grab this light blue color, the third color in the third row, and just fill it in onto our canvas. And then now I want to get a brush, the air brush, and specifically the soft brush. And then I want to grab this darker blue, the fourth color in the third row, make our brush size 20%, and then come on the bottom over here very lightly, maybe even less, like that. And then we're going to go to this little magic wand right here, go to Gaussian blur, and then slide to the right to get that nice effect. Perfect, so now I got our mix of light blue and dark blue. Now I want to start with drawing our lily pads. So I have a green right here, the first color in the first row. And then I want to grab a more clean brush, so let's go to calligraphy and go to the script. And for our size, let's test it out. I think that looks good. That is at 13%. Now you can go anywhere you want, but we're gonna draw a circle like this and then tap and hold at the end for a perfect circle like that. And then now we can kind of move it around so it's in this upper corner, just like that. And then now for lily pads, they have a little like triangular shape or like pie shaped hole in the middle, or not even in the middle, on the side. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with drawing a line like this, coming in like that. Perfect, we can kind of color that in. And then let's grab the eraser, make it lower, and just erase that line right there. Perfect. I also want to make this point right here a little bit more rounded, so we can just kind of do like this, make it smaller, our brush, grab the eraser and make this part more rounded. That already looks so much more aesthetic in my opinion. Also, let's go over here on the other side. Perfect, now let's fill that in. We can see we got ourselves a nice little lily pad. Now I want to duplicate this and put it down here so we can have one more. So let's duplicate that, flip horizontal. We can kind of tilt it higher, make it a bit smaller, just to give it a different variety, just like that. Perfect, so now we can merge these two layers together. Now on the same layer, or actually let's go on the top here and make a plus and turn on clipping mask. I want to grab the second color in this first row. And we're going to draw a little dot right here in the middle and then make lines coming out of here like this. This is kind of like the details in our lily pad, just like this. You can do about 6 lines, just like that. You can even erase this. The reason why I chose to do clipping mask is so we can erase this without erasing the whole lily pad, just to give us some more flexibility. Like that. Let's go over here and do the same thing. It's basically an X with 2 more lines. Just like that, perfect. We can merge those layers together now since we're not going to move them around anymore. And then now let's start with our lilies. So we can make a new layer for that. And then I want to use this third color in the first row for our inside of our flower. We're going to do a little circle like this, tap and hold. We're going to come in here and then fill it in. And then now we're going to go back to our layer menu, go onto our lily pad layer and tap the plus so we have a layer underneath this middle area. And let's go to the fourth color in the first row for our petals, like this. And just fill it in and color that in by ourselves. And then let's duplicate this. So to do this, we're going to just slide to the left and say duplicate. Go to this little arrow, go to uniform, make sure snapping is turned on, and say flip vertical. And then we're going to put it right in the same position. When you know it's in the same position, there's these 3 blue lines. So just like that. And then let's put those two together, duplicate that, go to the move and transform, and then flip it like that. And we get that perfect flower. I want to add some littler flowers right here in the corners. So we're going to do a lighter color for that, so underneath that. So let's grab the 5th color in the first row and just make these little kind of cute pointed flower shapes, like triangles, just to give our flowers some more like petals of different shapes. We can make them a bit bigger so they're not too small compared to the bigger leaves or petals. Perfect, that looks great. Let's now merge all of that together. Oops, like that. And then now I want to put them on the lily pads. So we can just put them right there. Duplicate that one. And put them right over here. So like kind of they're like drifting almost off the lily pad. You can merge that, and then now I want to multiply this. So make a new layer, go to multiply by tapping that little N, but now it's an M. And then turn on clipping mask. And then let's come in here and just go over on the left side of our flower like this. Also over here. And use the Gaussian blur to blur it. Let's go for 32%. And let's merge that together. Perfect, so now I got our background kind of accessories. Now I'll start with the koi fish. So I have this white right here for the main color of our koi fish. That's the first color in the second row. And we're going to start with our koi fish's head, which is going to be like a rounded shape. So let's make the brush smaller. Let's go for maybe 11%. And then we're going to just make a little rounded shape like this. Try to make it as symmetrical as you can. I think that looks good. We can even make it a bit thinner. Let's go like this. Connected, that looks great. And then now we can come in here and make a little indent, like it's swimming, but it's about to turn. So like that. Just like that, and then let's follow that stroke with this one. And then connect it with a little rounded shape right here. And then let's fill that in. Perfect, that looks great. I want to make this part a bit more thick because this is where our fin is going to come. So let's just go like that. Perfect, that looks great. Now we can kind of move it around so we have space to draw the fin. Perfect. Okay, now for our fin, we're going to follow this shape down, then up, just like that. One quick motion. And then we're going to draw these little points like this. That's going to connect into that. Perfect. And then let's fill that in. Perfect. I want to make this part a bit more pointy. So it's more like a fin. Just like that, perfect. Now you made your very own koi fish. That looks really good. Okay, now I want to add all the little fins and little details like eyes and spots and all that. So now let's go this step by step. First, I want to draw this little fins at its side. So to do that, we're going to go back to our water lily layer, then tap the plus so it's underneath our koi fish layer. And then I'm going to grab this gray right here. In 5th color in the second row. This is going to be for our fins. So we're going to put them about right here. So the head layer is like this half, this is the body, and then this is the tail. So we're going to put it right where the head meets the body, so about right here. And it's just going to be this motion that comes down and then comes in like that. Super easy shape. We'll just fill that in. And then let's duplicate that. Flip it like that. Actually, I think it's, yeah, like this. Just like that. Just like that right here. That's the shape. And then we can just tap out that to get out of it and then connect this right here. And then we got our two fins right here. Perfect, we can merge those together. And then now let's go to our white body. We're gonna tap the plus and turn on clipping mask. And then we're gonna grab pure black. And then we're gonna make the eyes. So it's just gonna be like that. We're gonna grab the eraser, make it small, 4%, just put a little dot right there for the eyes. And then we'll duplicate that, flip it horizontally, turn it around, and put it right there. Just like that. Move it in a bit. We can even push it right there. That looks amazing. You can even move it a bit more, I think. Right there, perfect. And then we can merge that together. And then now let's go on to our spots. So for this koi fish, I want a dark blue and maybe some orange. So I have our blue right here, this one, second color in the second row. And then now we can kind of just come over here and just make some random spots, just like this. Just like that. I want to make this one right here really big. You can say continue filling, just, oops. Let's just color that in, because we're using clipping mask, so all of it has to be connected. And they're small anyway. So we can kind of just make some spots like that. And then let's grab some orange, so this third color in the second row. And then we can just kind of make this littler one right here. And then a bigger one right here on the tail. Just like that. Just like that, perfect. And so now we got our spots. Now let's go to this little fin layer. We can actually even just do it on that layer. And then I want to use this blue right here, this blue color right here. Fourth color in the second row. And we're gonna use that. We can even use a darker version of that. Let's go like that. More gray over there. And we're gonna come in here and make the little, let's actually use clipping mask. I think that will be better. We're gonna come in here, just make these little line shapes coming from the point of the fin, just to give this fin a bit more texture and make it look more like a fin. Just like that. Perfect, that looks great. And then we can merge that together, and I think we can merge all of this together. Oh, before I forget, let's also go over here on this tail and use this blue color right here. And just come in here and make these little lines coming in from the fin. We can make this one longer so we have more space and make this one longer. Just like that. And then I think we can merge these layers together, all of that. Perfect, so now we got this. I want to add some shadow now. So we're going to make the new layer, go on this little N, go up to multiply, say clipping mask, and then let's grab a gray color. Since white, we can't add any shadow to white, we'll just grab up already gray. And then just make a nice little shadow right here coming from the tail. Just like that. That looks so good. It looks so realistic in my opinion. I just love adding shadow because it makes it so nice. Just like that. We can even cover this whole fin in shadow like that. And even right here. I think this looks good. We can undo that. Perfect. Now we got this one. We can, let's see, Gaussian blur this shadow just a little bit, 12%. And then let's put that there. And then now I want to duplicate this koi fish. So duplicate. And then now we're gonna flip horizontal and place another one right there. So let's go to the first one and place it a bit more lower and then tilt it a bit. And make it maybe a bit more small, like bigger, right there. And then our other one can be like right there. Perfect. Let's go to our second one right here. And then now I want to change the colors a bit. So instead of black one right here, we're gonna use this red. So second color in the third row and drop it in right there. And then now we'll just grab this first color in the third row for these two colors, so continue filling right up there. Perfect. Okay, now I want to add another color, more dots or spots on this koi fish to make it look a bit different and not like we just changed the colors. So let's go to this little red, this red right here. So second color in the third row. And then make a little, let's make it our brush a bit short or smaller, 8%. And then let's make a little wobbly shape like that. Since there's a white line around that, we can slide So it's gone. And then let's grab a black one right here, or black color, and then make a little line right there. Perfect, so now we've got some more spots on this one. Perfect, I think that looks good. Now I just want to add to some final shadows to all of our things on this pond. So let's start with our lily pads, and since the lily pads are on the pond, we're going to put the shadow on the pond. So we're going to go to this first layer that we did, tap the plus, go on the little N, and go to multiply, and turn on clipping mask. And then we're going to grab this blue color, make our brush bigger. Let's go for 22%, even bigger, 34, even bigger, 58. That's much better. And we're just going to make a really nice shadow that's underneath this, since our lily pads are above the water, just like that. We can also do it on this one, like that. Let's also make a little shadow right there, also right here. Perfect, that looks really good. And we don't even have to blur that. So we can merge that together. Let's also add actually a little bit of shadow for our koi fish. So clipping mask, just a little bit, make it a bit bigger, and go like right there. And then let's blur that, like right there. Okay, perfect, and then we can merge that together. Okay, so now you're probably thinking that the koi fish look like they're above the water, and we don't want that at all. So I have a really nice technique that we can use to fix this. So first of all, let's merge this lily pad and water lilies together, just like that, and then move it above our koi fish. Next, we're gonna go to our second koi fish layer, the one with the red and black, tap the plus, and then we're gonna grab any nice light blue color, like that, and we're gonna drag it over. And then next, since you can't see our koi fish, we're gonna lower the opacity so it looks like they're under the water, but the lily pads and the water lilies are above the water. So we're gonna go to this little N, and we're gonna go to this opacity slider and slide it. We're gonna put it pretty low so you can see the koi fish, but it's still like there's another layer above it. Let's go for maybe, I think 20% is good. Let's see how that looks like. I think that looks really good. Perfect, and now to make it even more realistic, we can go over here, above everything, grab pure white, and make some nice water ripples, just like that. Put it right here. You can do about 2 on each koi fish. Make this one a bit more, less wavy, and that looks really good. And then now you can merge all these layers together, or if you want to play around with this opacity one and make it more higher or more lower, you can totally play around with that and just leave it how everything is. And that's it for today. You've created your very own scene with 2 koi fish swimming in a pond, a couple of lily pads, and flowers. I hope you had fun and learned something new. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be afraid to experiment with different colors and techniques. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!